Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is October 25th, and right now we are looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. You can see this potent system moving towards the Pacific Northwest. Hurricane Christy off to the south of California, and if you look across the Gulf of Alaska, this cold air here is going to be bringing the big pattern change to much of the southwest USA, including the entire state of California. And we also have multiple chances for additional systems as we go on into the extended period. We're going to take a look at all that in some detail here as we go through the video this morning. Here we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery. Again, you can see Hurricane Christy off to the south. You can see some mid-level clouds moving up across portions of central and northern California. There goes the Pacific Northwest system. But if you look out across to the top of the screen there, that is that cold front there that's going to be moving down across the state of California. Now, glad to see the National Weather Service calling attention to this, because on the day Monday especially, we're really going to ramp up these winds and eventually maybe even turn them to northeasterly as we go through Wednesday and Thursday, keeping things quite breezy across some of the region. Watch out, high-profile vehicles, desert areas as we go on in through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The potential hazardous driving out there. And I scrolled all the way out towards Monday afternoon, and you can see the winds really starting to ramp up as we go through Monday afternoon. That's as far as the European goes as of last night. But let me back this up to the previous run here, and we're going to scroll through and we'll take a look as we go through Monday night. Look at these winds just ripping across the desert. And then we kind of turn things a bit offshore here as we go on in through very late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Not looking exceptionally strong offshore by any means here, but you will notice that wind shift out there if you're across some of the desert areas. So taking a look at Hanford National Weather Service, you can see strong wind gusts coming for some of the higher terrain. This would be I-5 right there. There's Bakersfield, California City, Barstow Heights. So it's going to get windy coming up here. Probability of wind gusts exceeding 45 miles per hour, pretty good across some of the higher terrain and some of the desert areas. And let me update this. This is Hurricane Christy, still a major hurricane as of right now. It's going to try to actually bring some moisture to California, but it looks like this ridge is going to shunt a lot of that moisture and keep it moving off to the west. I'll show you that here in the weather model here in a moment. Actually, right now, European artificial intelligence as of last night. There's Hurricane Christy to the bottom. You got the Hawaiian Islands, bottom left. There's the state of California, and there's the system moving up towards the Pacific Northwest. Again, maybe just a slight bit of clipping here for the northern portions here of California. But then as that cold air from the Gulf of Alaska rides down across the region, you can see it's going to bring some snowfall for the higher terrain of the Sierra Nevada and potentially even precipitation down towards Southern California. More on that here in a moment as well. And then as we swing that frontal system through, we look off in towards the midweek period as we look to get another shot of cooler air and keep things below normal as we go through the week. And then something interesting showing up in the European artificial intelligence. Look at this low pressure system. It wants to drop right down across Southern California. That would bring some interesting weather all the way down through the Southland, the desert areas, Arizona and Nevada, and keep things cooler than normal as well. After that, who knows? Anybody's guess. And still, that one even is a fantasy forecast at this point. So don't put too much stock in that just yet, because I'll show you why. Because we're going to compare the artificial intelligence European. This is the one as of last night, and this is the one 24 hours previous on October 23rd, about 11 p.m. So 24 hours difference here. Let's see what the model shows. You can see it bringing precipitation even all the way down to Southern California as we go on into early portions of next week. And then you can see that upper level low that starts to show up is something new that the European has been picking up on. And look at some of these precipitation amounts for Southern California. But you got to take that with a grain of salt, because you can see what it was showing just 24 hours prior and not showing much in the way of precipitation from any kind of an upper level low dropping down. So that's just something we'll be watching. It's a fantasy forecast for now, but it is definitely nice to see that in the models and see the potential for it. Now we take a look at about 5,000 feet, temperature anomaly. Once you start to get to the blues and the greens and the whites here, you are below average. And of course, when you're in the yellows and the oranges and the reds, you are above average. So system moves up to the Pacific Northwest. Cold front comes crashing down across the west coast of North America. This is really going to cool everything down here across the deserts of California. This is going to be quite nice for some of the cooler weather lovers. And then we get another shot of cooler air as we go through the mid and later portion of next week. And then we've got this next system here bringing some cold air aloft, and that would be that upper level low that spins down across Southern California. Fantasy forecast right now, but I am pleased to see this out there. Maybe the models will start to trend with that and we'll start to gain some confidence in here, but we still got to wait a couple days before we start to get there. Now, significant wave heights. You can see Hurricane Christy out there. It doesn't look like this bump is going to get too close to the state of Hawaii, but that Gulf of Alaska low probably will, and it's going to spread some increased wave activity all the way down across Southern California as we go through Sunday, Monday, and on into Tuesday morning. Get a little bit of a break there, and then potentially more wave action as we go on into the later portion of the week coming up, and who knows what's going to happen after that. Now, looking at total snow and inches in the National Blended Models, let's scroll through here pretty quickly. So as we start to scroll on in towards the weekend coming up, Sunday night, you see just a little bit of snow starting to fly there across the higher terrain. Monday morning, Monday late morning, there's Monday afternoon. You can see some snow flying across the higher terrain. And it even shows a little bit still, again, across some of Southern California out there. Maybe Big Bear, higher surrounding terrain out there, transverse range, peninsula range, might get a little bit of snowfall in late October. So that's pretty noteworthy. And then maybe additional rounds of some snowfall here as we move on to the extended forecast. We'll worry about that as we get a little bit closer. But I also wanted to show the artificial intelligence 2-meter temperature anomaly. When I say 2 meter, that's basically at the surface. That's what you're getting when you walk outside of your house, for example. That's what everybody's getting at the surface. So check it out as we move on into early next week. Look at this, the entire state below normal. Nevada, Arizona, Utah as well. Very chilly temperatures incoming here. And you'll notice it doesn't warm up quickly as we get a reinforcing shot potentially as we go through next week. And then there's that upper level low kind of showing up through the extended forecast. And then that one finally kicks out. Who knows what's going to happen after that. I do want to show the daily 2-meter minimum temperatures. I've been showing this every day as well. So check it out. Even for Saturday, October 26th, you can see some pretty chilly temperatures across the valley areas. Sunday, not bad for the morning lows. Then we go Monday. You notice the cool down starting there across the higher terrain especially. But look at Tuesday, Wednesday. A 39 degree reading there for Redding and portions of some of the San Joaquin Valley. Very chilly temperatures allowed across the Sierra Nevada, and even the transverse ranges here getting pretty chilly also. Northern California, Nevada as well. And then we go on in through Halloween morning. You can see these very chilly morning lows across much of the Southwest. So that is definitely going to get people switching up their gear here at the end of October. You know, the coats are going to be coming out and the long sleeve shirts and sweaters and whatnot. And if we take a look at Friday, October 25th, you still see some mid 80s out there, some desert areas still warming up. But of course, things are becoming more comfortable this time of year. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, look at some of these temperatures only getting up into the 60s by Monday. Tuesday, again, similar. Wednesday, we keep things pretty darn right chilly, relatively speaking, all the way through Halloween. So it might be kind of a brisk Halloween out there for even Southern California, you know. Your jackets and make sure the costumes have the built-in protection for the kids out there. But yeah, it's something interesting. And the 6 to 10 day kind of echoes that as well. And after just watching this forecast, this should be no surprise to you. Here's the 6 to 10 day precipitation, kind of near normal. We'll see if the model starts showing that upper level low dropping down. You're going to see this start to change dramatically over the next few days. But no, anyway, there goes the Gulf of Alaska. Colder air pattern change on its way. Hope you guys are ready for it. And hopefully, you know, we can get a little bit of a reward maybe, or a little bit of a payback here for that very warm summer that we just went through across much of the Southwest USA. So anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, click like and subscribe. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.